state visit. On Thursday, Biden announced that he would make the East African nation a major non-NATO ally, the first sub-Saharan nation to receive that status. The move signals the shifting of U.S. security cooperation to East Africa right as U.S. troops prepare to leave Niger.
This is no mere handshake. This is the start of something much bigger. As President Joe Biden welcomed Kenyan President William Ruto to the White House Thursday for the first state visit by an African leader in nearly 16 years, he topped the soft power festivities, which included a lavish state dinner, with something much more concrete. Biden announced he'd recognize Kenya as a major non-NATO ally, a status that gives it privileged access to U.S. training and equipment.
That's a fulfillment of years of collaboration. Our joint counterterrorism operations have degraded ISIS and al-Shabaab across East Africa. Our mutual support for Ukraine has rallied the world to stand behind the UN Charter. And our work together on Haiti is helping pave the way to reduce instability and insecurity.
And Ruto reiterated his plea that the U.S. double its commitments to help restructure African nations' debts, most of which are to the world's largest creditor, China.
Unless this is done, and done immediately, the values of freedom, democracy, and the rule of law are in great jeopardy.
Analysts say Kenya's spotty human rights record, as documented by the U.S. State Department, raises concerns about how it will use its new privileged status.
Kenya has serious issues with things like extrajudicial killings and forced disappearances, and torture and cruel and inhumane and other forms of degrading punishment by government or on behalf of the government. And this is by the security forces. So there's going to be concerns that that part of the strategy is being abandoned, that the U.S. is no longer putting such a priority on democracy promotion in Africa, and the U.S. is really retrenching towards the security side of the security democracy paradigm.
Ruto also ironed out a number of other agreements during his day-long deliberations in Washington and discussed Kenya's delayed plans to send 1,000 security officers to the Caribbean nation of Haiti. The initiative, toward which the U.S. has pledged $300 million, faces stiff political and legal challenges in Kenya, and it's been delayed by political turmoil in Haiti. Ruto, who said he was looking forward to the deployment of forces to Haiti, did not give a date.
The government has intensified its disarmament exercise in northern Kenya as it looks to mop up all illegal firearms from residents in 3 counties of Laikipia, Samburu and Isiolo. The move is aimed at reducing cases of cattle rustling in the 3 counties, which has escalated in the recent past. The joint operation is being performed by a trained contingent of officers who have urged residents to surrender illegal firearms to the nearest police station.
Sisi katika Kilimon Division na katika Laikipia North Constituency tumesema hatutakubali muungano wa uhalifu. And I want to assure you, County Commissioner, those who have those plans, we'll deal with them. Wengine ni viongozi na mimi siwaogopi. And I'm sure serikali ndio iwaogopi zaidi. We will deal with them. Tutakabiliana na wao.
Hii nchi yenu ni nchi mzuri sana. Haina mashida mingi. Lakini watu wachache wanaweza kutuletea shida ile ambaye hatujawahi kuona. Kwa hivyo tumekubaliana huko Samburu East. Saa hii iko serious surrender ya firearms. Ile mbali na ile kali. Na hapa kwetu imeanza tu. Kama wewe unajua uko na bunduki kwa boma yako, wewe peana, komanda atakuja hapa atakuambia peana mapema.
To education now, and junior secondary school teachers in Siaya County have dared the government through the Teachers Service Commission to fire them if they cannot hire them on permanent and pensionable terms. Led by Emmanuel Akendo, the JSS teachers who staged a mega demonstration in the streets of Siaya town say that since the Labour Relations Court ruled that the move by the government to hire them on internship basis was illegal, then TSC had no option but to hire them on a permanent and pensionable basis.
Mongol power! Mongol power! Therefore, we are giving TSC 3 options. Number 1, compensate all the interns for the 16 months they have served and are being underpaid. Number 2, confirm all the 46,000 interns. Number 3, if they can't confirm all of us, let them fire us and set us free.
As law-abiding citizens, we are saying that we are still not going to engage in an illegality until when the Teachers Service Commission is going to heed unto the desires of the court, which guided that we be given an opportunity to dialogue and have we have a dialogue and harmonize the situation before we can go back to class.
Funding model stating that they were not involved in the initial process and that the system will enslave them through loans. This emerged during the evaluation of the new model at the Lake Naivasha Resort between the Department of Higher Education and student representatives across the country. The government has so far released over 24 billion shillings towards the controversial new funding model.
Previous model was the funding was based on, number 1, we were funding universities, not students. Number 2, we were funding students based on differentiated unit cost. Currently, we give them scholarships, so we remove the differentiated unit cost. We're only funding 3rd years and 4th years DUC. The other concern was the level of funding. We have increased the level of funding for the students.
The funding model is so inefficient. It is ineffective. It is, instead of making comrades happy or other parents, it is making life more difficult to some of them. And another thing, they are relying on maybe the screen analysis of gauging the vulnerability. Yet we, the student leaders, are on ground. We are relying on physical resources.
So, for example, our first years, academic year 2023-2024, they are really frustrated. Tell me why a first year student is coming to the university and then he or she is burdened with a lot of tuition fee, and on what account they are supposed to pay by themselves. For the first semesters, they were spared by the university, of which the university went against their policies to allow the students to sit for their examination. What happens to the second semester? Most of them even deferred for the same or applied for special examination. The conclusion unto this is that the model is not working. It is frustrating our students even more, and we would like if the organizers, they listen to us student leaders. They are supposed to evaluate it even further, and if possible, they should quit it.
The University of Nairobi's Students' Association has protested the decision by the University Council to grant Vice-Chancellor Professor Stephen Kiama leave, terming the move as untimely. In a statement to the media, the association said that no sufficient information was given to the students or their leaders concerning the said leave and urged the council to recall the VC. The leadership says that the university has key functions lined up in coming days and the VC's presence is much needed.
We are treating the change of the VC as a malicious act, given the fact that the last time the council meeting was done in this school was on the 19th of April 2024. Among the agendas that were discussed in that meeting, neither of it was for the VC to proceed on a terminal leave.
We want to clear out the rumors that have been circulating. The rumors about the Vice Chancellor's office, that the Council has appointed a new acting Vice Chancellor, who is Professor Ayub Gitau. We would like to say that with the interaction we have had with the current Vice Chancellor, we have not heard him saying that he wants a leave.
If the government will not make sure Professor Anangwe evacuates office by tomorrow, end of business, we will be on the roads to champion for our rights. We need the chairman of the council to get out of office and a new chairman to be appointed with immediate effect.
That report brings us to a break on K24 News Cut. Much more still to come on the other side. Please stay with us.
Have you watched K24? We would love to hear from you. Send us your feedback on what you like and what you don't like and why. You can use any platform to reach us. We can be reached on Facebook, SMS, Twitter and WhatsApp.
Are you ready to make a difference? It's that time of the year again. The Kuza Awards are in, and K24 TV, your favorite TV station, has been nominated. To vote for K24 in the People's Choice Award, visit www.kuzaawards.co.ke or SMS K24 to 15601. 15601. Voting ends on 31st of May 2024. K24 TV, it's what's on.